Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I will be unboxing the latest tablet from Samsung. That's the Samsung Galaxy Tab A 10.1 inch. Now this tablet is priced at 15,000 rupees and it comes in only one variant with 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. It's just a Wi-Fi variant, so there's no option to put an SD card slot. And it's available in three colors: black, silver and gold, and we have the black color. So without any further delays, let's just get on with the unboxing. So guys, here's the tablet, and on the front it says Samsung Tab A in a huge letters. Samsung is pretty small at the top, and on the sides we once again have the complete name, Samsung Galaxy Tab A on the left side, and on the right side it's completely plain. On the back we have some of the most highlighting features like 32GB of internal storage. This is a Wi-Fi model, there is no SIM card support. It has a 64-bit octa-core processor, a TFT display and some other specifications which we'll look in a minute. Now without any further delays, let me just unbox it. By the way guys, this tablet is available in three colors: black, gold and silver, and we have the black color with us right now. And there's only one variant of it, and that's the one we have. So let's just open it up pretty quickly. Now let's open it up. It's taking a lot of time to just open it. Okay, now it's done. So guys, once we open it up, we have the tablet itself. It comes in this cloth wrapping. It looks quite good. Next we have the USB Type-C charging cable, and yes, it has a Type-C charging port, so that's pretty cool. Next we have a 7.5 watt power adapter. It's not even 10 watts, so charging this tablet with a massive battery is going to take a long time. If you have a charger lying around, at least a 10 watts charger, it'll charge faster. Next we have the SIM card ejector tool, which is probably used for SD card. And following that we have some documentation, a quick start guide and warranty information. That's all we get. Now these are all the contents of the box. There isn't anything else in the box. Now let's come back to the tablet itself. So here we go. Let me just open it up. Okay, I'm not supposed to do that, I guess. How am I supposed to open it? So guys, this is how the tablet looks on the back. It is supposed to be completely unibody metal design, but seems like only the bottom part is made of metal, while the top part here is made of plastic. And this is how it looks on the front. Now let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the complete specifications. Now on the back, this tablet has a huge metal sheet which probably covers like 95% of the area. Top 5% is made of a plastic sheet, probably for antennas or signal reception. And at the top you also have that primary camera followed by Samsung branding at the center. And even at the bottom we have some specifications which are pretty hard to read. Now on the front you get that massive display with the front facing camera at the top. And below the display it's completely plain, there are no capacitor buttons. This tablet probably has on-screen buttons. Now on the right side it has the power and volume buttons followed by a pretty huge SIM card tray with just the SD card slot. At the bottom it has two speaker grills with the Type-C charging port at the center. On the left side it is completely plain, and at the top it has a microphone and a 3.5mm audio jack. So guys, now for the specifications. On the rear it has a single 8MP camera with f2.0 aperture, and on the front it has a 5MP camera with f2.2 aperture. On the front it has a 10.1-inch IPS TFT display with Full HD Plus resolution with 16:10 aspect ratio, giving it 80.7% screen to body ratio. It has 224 ppi and 400 nits of brightness. Now talking about performance, this tablet sports an Exynos 7904 processor with Mali G71 MP2 GPU with 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. Now the processor used on this tablet is built using the 14nm architecture. It's an octa-core processor with 2 Cortex-A73 cores and 6 Cortex-A53 cores. Right out of the box, it will be running One UI based on Android 9.0, that's Android Pie, and powering all this is a 6150 mAh battery. Finally, this tablet has a thickness of 7.5mm and weighs 469 grams. Now just for quick initial impressions, tablet feels pretty heavy in hand. Well, for a tablet for this size it's acceptable, and it feels pretty sleek as well. And it is also kinda slippery, so it's better to get a good case as soon as possible. I wish Samsung could have given us a free case inside the box. That would have been truly great. So guys, now let me turn on the tablet and set it up and come back to you in a second. So this is the first boot and it says Samsung Galaxy Tab A, secured by Knox and powered by Android. So I'll be back in a second. So guys, this is how the tablet looks once we turn it on. This is your default launcher. That's one launcher from Samsung, and you can swipe up for the launcher, and this is your notification area. These are your notifications, and these are your notifications, and these are your quick notification toggles. And if you swipe down, you get extra toggles. Now, one thing I've noticed right out of the box is this tablet doesn't have an ambient sensor, so there is no auto brightness. It does have an outdoor mode but doesn't have ambient display or adaptive brightness. So basically this tablet doesn't have ambient display. Anyway, let's check out the settings. Now this tablet has 32GB of internal storage and 2GB of RAM, and out of that 32GB of storage you get about 23.6GB of space for your user apps and user data, which is kinda okay, as this tablet also has a dedicated SD card slot. And out of that 2GB of RAM, you get about 675MB of RAM free, which is pretty low. Now this is the about page, and this tablet is running One UI version 1.0 based on Android 9 with the May security patch, and that's the latest update that we got right out of the box. Now let's check out the camera interface. Now cameras on this tablet will be pretty bad, don't have any expectations. Like, who really takes pictures on their tablets? Anyway, this is the interface for the rear camera. You have the photo mode, and for some reason it also has the pro mode, panorama, and video recording. We can record video in 1080p resolution using both the front and rear cameras, and obviously there is no electronic image stabilization. Now this is the shutter button, and capturing speeds seems to be pretty good. And this is the gallery. That was pretty slow. Now to switch to the front camera, you have a toggle over here. You can either use that, or you can do a swipe up or a swipe down gesture, and it switches to the front camera. And this is how the front camera looks like. Initial impressions, front camera is pretty average, but it might be sufficient for video calls and stuff. So it also has something called AR stickers, and you can put all these stickers to your face and take some funny pictures. So this is one of the cool features on this phone. For video recording, once again we can record video in 1080p. Now these are some sample pictures. And here's a sample footage in low lighting indoor conditions. So guys, this is the footage recorded using the front camera of the Samsung Galaxy Tab A 10.1 inch in 1080p resolution. I'm just walking around, and the audio is from the tab itself, so you can check out the noise cancellation and stabilization offered by the tab. So that's pretty good. Now I'm going to change the orientation. So guys, now I'm using the tablet in portrait orientation, and once again the video is from the front facing camera at 1080p resolution. Audio is also from the tab itself, so check out the noise cancellation and stabilization offered by the tablet. Initial impression, stabilization seems to be pretty good. I don't know if I'm holding the tablet pretty carefully. I'm pretty scared of dropping it, so its footage looks pretty stable. So I'll just walk around. So that's my room, and now we are done. Now let's check out the speaker loudness. Okay, something happened.
Bittersweet heat is suffocating.
So guys, speakers on this tablet are super loud, definitely louder than what I've expected, and they're great for media consumption as well. Now coming back to the user interface, this is One UI, and it's pretty similar to all the other Samsung phones launched recently. You have the app drawer here, and these are your notification toggles. And surprisingly, it even has the night mode, which makes the tab look much more cooler. It even has Dolby Atmos, so that's pretty cool. If you want some more additional security, you have Secure Folder to hide apps or lock applications. It also has blue light filter, so that's pretty cool. It even offers power saving modes, especially maximum power saving mode is great for better battery life, especially if you are low on battery. And finally, if you don't like these buttons, you can always switch to the gestures by just doing that. Now you can swipe from the right side to go back, swipe from the center to go home, swipe from the left side for recent apps. And this is the new UI for recent apps in landscape mode on a tablet. Now this tablet doesn't have a fingerprint scanner and it doesn't even have face unlock feature. So for the lock screen, we just have a pattern lock or a password lock, and I've just set up a pattern lock. And now the tablet is unlocked. Now before I conclude, these are the Antutu and Geekbench scores. So guys, this is the new Samsung tablet, and for just 15,000 rupees, I say it's pretty decent. I just wish it had at least 3GB or 4GB of RAM. Considering this is 2019 and considering the size and the applications that you might use, more RAM would have been better. Now with that said, I wasn't expecting good cameras on this tablet, but the cameras are also surprisingly pretty good, especially for a tablet. And as I've said, the only con right now is more RAM, because you won't be doing anything excessive on this. Better multitasking would have been great. With that said, this is a great device for media consumption and some light gaming. But if you're a hardcore PUBG fan, or if you want to play PUBG hardcore, then you can't do it. So for light usage and for things like watching videos and movies, it's pretty good. So guys, what do you think about this tablet? Is it worth the 15,000 rupees, or will you be buying a phone instead? Let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this tablet, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, or if you have any questions about the tablet, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter, and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.